Trump has a new crypto project out later this week, and I know how to get in early before this token starts pumping. The project is WLDFI, the company behind Trump's stablecoin, the USD1. And this is really a Trump-affiliated project. This isn't some sort of side project like the Melania meme token. Now, when you go to the website, you see this is definitely a Trump project. Donald Trump is the co-founder here. Him and Steve Witkoff, they have stepped down after inauguration. Steve Witkoff is our special ambassador to the Middle East, very high level in the State Department, but is now being ran by his sons, Eric, Don Jr., and even Barron. So in this video, we're going to answer 4 questions. What is WLDFI? Why am I bullish? Why do I think the price is going up? Launch details, and then we're going to go over how I am buying. And like I said, WLDFI is the project behind USD1. USD1 is the Trump stablecoin. Now, when you look at the market cap of Trump stablecoin, not that long ago, there wasn't any supply. This was just in April, and then very quickly his balloon to about $2.5 billion worth of these tokens. And the USD1 isn't so much for retail like the USDT is or USDC. This is going to be for institutions and DeFi participants, but individuals can trade it as well. And so far, USD1 has been pretty successful. If you look, it is now the 6th largest stablecoin by market cap. Now, the majority of the tokens are on BNB, 2.1 billion, a little bit on ETH, and even smaller amount on Tron. But let's go over why I'm bullish on this token. I'm going to tell you why I think this token might skyrocket. This crypto project is solving a huge issue that Trump talks about all the time, and if you hold Bitcoin, you know what problem I'm talking about. That's the US debt situation. Now, the USD1 stablecoin is going to mostly be backed by short-term US government treasuries, aka the government's short-term debt. That's why this project isn't for the casual traders. WLDFI not aiming this coin at casual traders. The company has made it clear this is for institution and sovereign investors. Sovereign investors are going to be something like a foreign government that might buy a whole lot of US debt. This is for people who need to move large sums without touching the traditional rails. Here's a quote from Zach Witkoff. This is Steve's son. We're offering a digital dollar stablecoin that sovereign investors and major institutions can integrate into their strategies. Now, when I talk about the debt situation, the US debt just smashed $37 trillion this month. Okay, this is $780 billion in debt added since the One Big Beautiful Bill. This is from Trump's administration. And just for 1 week in the middle of August, they shoved $724 billion in short-term IOUs into the market. So as the government tries to print their way out of this problem and also cover their long-term debt problems with short-term solutions, USD1 and other stablecoins poised to benefit greatly. So now you know why I'm bullish. Let's go over the launch details. Now you can go to their official page and look at a lot of the details. They just posted this. Claims for this token, this is for the people that participated in the pre-sale. I'll go into that in a second. Launching September 1st, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, for the big money players that did the pre-sale, they're only going to get 20% of their allocation. The 80% still remains to be determined. Now, the early investors got in a lot cheaper than the later investors, and then we're going to talk about my personal strategy and how I'm jumping in. So they started with a $300 million raise, 20 billion tokens. Some of the people that got in at this price were Justin's son. He was able to get 10% of this initial round, 30 million of the 300 million. This came out to 1.5 pennies per token. So each token costs 1.5 cents. Well, the later round, they would then sell 5 billion tokens at 5 cents a piece. So they went from a penny and a half all the way up to a nickel. But then it goes even higher. There's people that got in even later. They're paying more than 5 cents. DWF, they came in from the OTC market, meaning over the counter. They started buying in at 10 cents. And then we have Aqua One Investment. They also came in a little bit late. They got the 400 million at 10 cents, but they wanted even more. And then the price has already gone up to 25 cents. So there's a lot of big money who got in at 1.5 pennies, but there's a lot of big institutions that are still paying 25 cents per token. Well, let's look at the current price. If you look right now, the token is actually trading at 25 cents. So let me show you how I'm going to buy it today. Now, if you go to WLDFI, they actually just reposted this. There's a lot of exchanges that are working with WLDFI, and they're enabling you to trade the futures pairs. Now, the futures price are going to represent the spot price when it goes live September 1st at 8 a.m. So you don't have to worry about the tokens trading at 25 cents and all of a sudden teleports to 5 cents. That's not going to happen. I'm going to be using LBank because WLDFI reposted this, and they're doing USD1 points. They have a points program, and the way you earn it is if you trade the trading pair or if you hold and stake it, you'll earn these points for every single trade. Now, if you click the Join Now link, and we'll go ahead and put this link in the description down below, it'll take you to this page right here, and it'll show you your points campaign. And you can go ahead and just start trading the USD1 USDT pair, or you could use the Earn program, and all these will give you those USD1 points. But we don't have any interest in trading a stablecoin that's largely pegged to $1. I want to trade WLDFI, so I'm still going to use LBank, and for that, we're going to go to the futures market. And then on the drop down, just type in WLDFI, and it'll show you the trading pair right here. Now, I have a thesis. I think a lot of the attention in the Trump crypto space is going to go from the Trump meme coin to WLDFI. So I'm actually going to trade all the remaining Trump meme coins that I have, and I'm just going to put them into WLDFI on a 1x futures trade. Now, when you look at the fully diluted value of Trump, it is roughly almost $10 billion. It's $8.4 billion fully diluted with a circulating market cap of $1.7 billion. Whereas if WLDFI were to launch at 28 cents, and remember it's 25 cents, the launching market cap's only $1.48 billion. Fully diluted would be a little under 30. So when I see WLDFI could potentially launch under $1.5 billion, I think there's going to be a lot of smart money going to the real project and going to abandon the quote-unquote fake project. So let's go ahead and sell my Trump token. So I have a little bit of Trump token. I have about $1,000 worth, and we're just going to go ahead and swap this for $1,000 in Tether. And then we're going to go to LBank and just hit deposit. And select USDT on Solana. All right, so now we've transferred it to the futures account. We're going to go to WLDFI futures market, and we're going to make sure we're on 1x. I would not recommend using any leverage with this token because it's pre-market. There's going to be a lot of volatility, so I would maybe stay away from even a 2x. 2x to me could be a little bit risky here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and slide this over to about $1,000, and boom, we're just going to go ahead and execute the order, and we're opening our quote-unquote long on 1x leverage, and this is going to give us our WLDFI exposure. Since we're not using a bunch of leverage, we don't have to worry about a lot of fees, so don't worry too much about getting hit every 8 hours by the market maker fee there. Well, I hope this helps explain what is WLDFI and why I'm bullish, and you don't have to copy my trade, but I'm jumping in and I'm thinking that the water's warm. So I'm DZ for Discover Crypto, and I won't see you with your Trump meme coin. Maybe I'll see you with your WLDFI at the top.